Hello everybody, so I'm going to react to the Schmoedown singles match between Brendan Meyer of the Quirky Mercs and Adam Collins of Korruption. This is going to be fun, so let's get into this. No more chit chat, let's do it.
With swag, this is Shannon's opportunity to continue to take some points so she can play Winston again in the semifinals. But Coy Jandreau is also making a run here, as he's saying, for Modi, right? Manager of the year. He's been looking forward to it, but enough about us. Let's talk to the two managers. Shannon from Korruption, Coy Jandreau from the Quirky Mercs. Shannon, let's talk with you here. Like, if you would have looked at this tournament, and I think even yourself, I know you knew how much potential that Collins had, but he probably wouldn't be the one. We thought Chance would be here right now, but it's Collins, and he's doing it in a way that we never thought we'd see. He's annihilating people. What's going to happen here today?
I've talked to Adam Collins about this, and like I said against when he played Lon, with every match, the bar just resets. So, Ellis, I heard you talking about being complacent and just resting on your laurels, and that will not be the case in this situation. We're looking at the kid, and he's small in stature, but we understand that he's a very viable threat. I have not fed this coyote in weeks, so he's very, very, very hungry today.
It is a hungry coyote that the kid is walking into the pit with here, Coy, and I see that Christian's the only one that didn't get the memo. Hey, put something fun and red in your shot. So let me ask you, Mr. Jandreau, why is the kid such a leader of the Quirky Mercs all of a sudden? Because it seems like he's not only one of your best competitors, but everybody else in the faction takes cues from a child.
Well, what else are the Quirky Mercs going to do except for look at the most unlikely of sources? No, the kid is genius. He cares about the game in a way that goes beyond the game. He cares about the rules, he cares about the trivia, but he has fun while doing it, which, as has been said this entire tournament, any tournament, is the thing we care about most. He's not someone that's watching these movies and struggling through trying to retain everything. He's enjoying the journey. So we've looked at each competitor separately. We've looked at each round of this separately, and I think the difference between us and the other people that have played Collins is we're not underestimating him, and people were underestimating the kid last season. Now they're not either. So I think it's an opportunity to show that the kid is the force to be reckoned with that people thought he was the first season, which is why people look to him, and that Collins is a force of nature. He's just not the kid. And it is interesting having the kid not be the rookie while still being the kid, but it'll be interesting today.
Yeah, well, look, Shannon, the other thing is when it comes to, see, I got my red pen in my head now for you, Coy. So when it comes to the winner of this match plays Liz Shannon Miller. She took out Chance, and you're having this battle here with swag. If you don't take it today, if Collins doesn't take it today, it's going to put you in a position where swag could start to take the lead. So does that come up, or like you said, it's just let's play the game? Do you talk about the standings at all going into this?
I fully anticipate meeting Winston Marshall again here in this next round, and I have a bone to pick with him. We have a score settled here. Hello, Mike. You look beautiful back there. Perfect polishing job. You're amazing. Coy and the kid, they're just kind of in our way right now. There's no bad blood here. There's nothing mean to say. They're just in our way, and I am on a mission to get back to Winston.
Oh,
back
Mike.
to Liz. They took out Chance. They deserved it, but this fight is far, far from over.
Make sure to thank Mike for me, because it's only a couple more weeks he has to get that fully clean until it's ours, so I want to make sure it's I want it reflective, but not too distracting. It's just the right amount of sheen that we like with our team belts.
Don't get too ahead of yourself there, Coy.
Pretty excited. I feel like you're just the thing in the weight times 2, but the time is ticking, so make sure he gets the weight right, make sure it holds good. I feel like I'm ready for it.
All right, let's drop you guys out. You got to focus on this match first, and we're going to put you in. Good luck to you both, Shannon and Coy. All right, so the managers are now in the waiting room, and now it is time to bring in our competitors. Mark, are you ready?
Do coyotes eat kids? Do we have any intel on that?
We're going to find out in a little bit. Ladies and gentlemen, it's time for the Movie Trivia Schmoedown. Introducing first, representing Korruption with a record of 3 wins, no defeats, and 3 knockouts. He is Adam the Coyote Collins. the Coyote Collins. First of all, dude, what has it been like since these 2 victories and the fan base now knowing this is not a fluke over the Outlaw, what you did with Lon? Have you been telling people, correction, you should have been paying attention from the beginning?
When given the opportunity, I'm happy to set the record straight for sure. But yeah, as Shannon said, it's certainly been a ride, but it's also reset, time for a new game. I think I'm in for my most challenging match yet because I know how dialed in the kid is, and I've also seen Children of the Corn, and that's that playground scene from Step Brothers. So I know the dark underbelly of children, and I have my eyes wide open.
Yeah, I think I speak for everybody here when I say I hope white dog turds do not factor into today's match. Coyote, let me ask you about the kid
I really don't
and
like
the
that movie, by the way.
and the
Step
challenge he
Brothers.
presents, because you've defeated
Well,
Roka, an all-time
it's
legend
okay.
of the game, and Lon Harris, one of the best slackers in our community.
Children of the Corn. Yeah, we'll see if I'm going to watch it during the horror marathon this season.
I'd say his consistency in round 1. He has a tendency to go perfect, so I'm not taking that lightly. But I've seen enough of Brendan's matches to know he's not completely invulnerable. But I think here in I believe it's his 2nd season, he's playing the best he's ever played. So I have a mission. I've picked up his scent, and I don't think he's going to see this coming.
Oh, hey, that's me. That's all 3 of us. All right, well, thank you. We will put you in the waiting room at the moment, and we will now.
Way to go.
Who said I'd be doing all of this? Who said I barely figured out how to work my television? And his opponent, representing the Quirky Mercs, with a record of 5 wins, 3 defeats, and 3 knockouts. He is the 2019 Ultimate Schmoedown Team winner, Brendan the Kid Meyer! Brendan the Kid Meyer has made it to ride. Brendan, listen, as we have said, not only, I know that there's been a lot of hype on your opponent here, because anytime you debut like that with 3 big knockouts, people are going to be talking about you. But I think that it could also be said your opponent just said this. This is the best we've seen you play individually in quite a while. Do you agree with that? And if so, why do you think that?
Absolutely. It's definitely the best I've ever played. I think it's a combination of a couple of things. I think it's just getting my feet wet a little bit more. I mean, unlike a player like Adam Collins, who's so battle-tested from the fan leagues, and they come in and I think they're ready. I was someone who came in and was familiar with the game, but was not familiar with literally playing it. So I feel like that I'm in a good place that way. And then I just feel like a lot of the study that I've done over the last couple of years is starting to bear fruit. There's questions I'm getting within matches and even just watching at home where I'm like, okay, I wouldn't have gotten that a year ago. I've absorbed a lot of what I think I need to know.
Kid, let me ask you this. You come in here, and you're facing Adam Collins, an opponent that you can't really prepare for. There's not a whole lot of game tape on him yet, but what was your honest reaction when you saw that he TKO'd John Roca and then KO'd Lon Harris? Now, all of a sudden, you got to face him.
Okay.
It's a lot. I mean, I'm not going to lie. I mean, that is an intimidating opponent, for sure. And it kind of like I said about the Andreyko match, when you know you're playing someone elite, there is a certain pressure on because you know that it's a worthy opponent. And it might just wind up being, this is the kind of player that I could play near perfect and win, So for me, I'm just focused on my game. And
this is going to be a tough match to predict.
And I don't feel like I gave away any points.
I'm going to say...
I'll be happy. But at the same time, this is the most confident I've felt. And so
Meyer.
I know that I have a shot to I really do.
Picking Brendan
All
Meyer
right,
to win.
Well, good luck to you. We're going to put you in the waiting room. Hold on one second.
But
All
again,
right,
this is
bringing them
tough.
back now. Here is the Coyote and the Kid as we get ready for round number 1. I don't know about you guys, but I am excited for this match. Here we go, Mark. What are the rules of round number 1?
That's right, Kid. The adults have rules. Coyote society has laws, and here they are in round number 1. 8 questions going to be asked to the field of competitors. Each question is worth 1 point. No penalty for missing a question. There is no stealing, at least not in round 1. The crowd can't see me winking because it isn't round 2, but we'll get to that later. Right now, just worry about answering the question within 15 seconds. You need to buy yourself more time. Use one of your 3 JTE rules. You have 3 of those used throughout the duration of the match. You're not sure you heard a question right, want to buy yourself more time? Use one of them. You also each have 1 challenge to be used at any point throughout the 3-round match. You may initiate the challenge. We'll bring your manager in. They'll confirm and ratify that it's taking place, and then the fun really begins. So, Christian, we have Brendan. We have the Coyote. They seem ready to go. Do you have any last requests of them?
Well, I'll ask Brendan, are you ready to go?
Ready to go.
And Coyote, are you ready?
I am.
Then let's get ready to Schmoedown.
All right.
Round number 1, question number 1, action/adventure. Who starred in the 1990s action films Striking Distance, Mercury Rising, and The Jackal?
I just love
Ugh.
hearing the term 90s action films. It was a
Jeez,
golden
these
decade.
movies
wasn't
are
it, Christian?
horrible.
Sure was. I try to watch them every night on Netflix. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down, hands up,
Bruce Willis.
and the kid.
Bruce Willis?
Yes, and Adam.
Bruce Willis.
There we go. So we're starting off 1-1. Question.
It'd be weird if the Coyote didn't get a Jackal question. Here's your next query. Hey, we're staying in the category of the 90s. 1990s movies. And here we go. Tobey Maguire and Reese Witherspoon star as 2 teenage siblings who find themselves in a 1950s sitcom. In what 1998 film?
I've only
And
seen
that
it one
begs the
time. It's
question
really
of
good.
Christian. Favorite
I
sitcom
may
of all
need
time?
to watch
Well,
it.
first I want to know what a question is.
It's a question to Christian. I combined them.
I like what you did there. 5, 4, 3,
Cheers.
1. Pens down, please.
Pleasantville.
And Adam.
Pleasantville.
Yes, the kid.
Pleasantville.
2-2 for the kid and the Coyote as we get to question 3. Dramas. Janelle Monáe plays Teresa, the mother figure to a boy named Chiron, in what Barry Jenkins film?
Christian, I've never heard the word pleasant said so sullen as what I just heard from the Coyote.
Great
Very
movie.
downtrodden, pleasant.
Seems like it, yep. And 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down and the kid.
Moonlight.
Moonlight.
Yes, Adam.
Moonlight.
3-3. Next question, Mark.
It is. Tough loss to La La Land there for about 30 seconds. Here's your question. Category of family films is next up, and here's the query. Which Fast and Furious actor stars in the 2006 Disney film 8 Below?
Let me ask you a question there. Were you doing a game show network tryout right there? And here's your query.
No, I've thrown that other keyword around a lot.
4, 3.
Repeat the question.
First one.
And your query in the world of family films is, which Fast and Furious actor stars in the 2006 Disney film 8 Below? No, but I always thought Makuga was kind of aiming for Jeopardy when he should be going for Wheel of Fortune. He seems like the logical successor to Pat Sajak. Am I crazy?
No, you're not at all. It just happens, you love what you love. And 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down, and we start
Paul
with
Walker.
the Coyote.
Paul Walker.
Yes, and Brendan.
Paul Walker.
Yeah, and Adam Collins got there using 1 JP in order to do it, but he still got there, and we find ourselves tied 4-4 as we get to our next question, and that is in the realm of fantasy sci-fi. Which sci-fi adventure film from director Steven Spielberg has the following tagline? An adventure too big for the real world.
Is there anything that gets you into a theater faster than saying Spielberg sci-fi? It's like, no.
Nah.
I'm there.
Yeah, me too. Well,
Look at my
not right now.
I
Eventually.
really don't like taglines.
3, 2, 1. Pens down, please.
Jurassic
Pens down,
Park?
please. And we start with Brendan.
Ready Player One?
Yes. And Adam.
What?
Ooh.
Ready Player One.
Ooh.
Wow.
We're scrapping toe-to-toe here. The kid just
Wow.
kind of guessed on that one and got it as we find ourselves tied 5-5 as we get to question 6.
Hey,
Dang
you're
it.
starting to catch on the trend.
I
All the
hate
kids are on
taglines.
TikTok.
I hate 'em.
We have a TikTok, by the way. Follow us. Your categories in the world of
Hey, I
comedy.
digress.
Send your question. Who plays Jamal, an employee at an amusement park who suffers a blow to the head and wakes up in 14th century England in 2001's Black Knight?
Watching this is like the new generation of players playing, though. It is a lot of fun to watch.
Like watching sea monkeys grow in the bathroom.
It's true. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pen down, and Adam.
Martin Lawrence.
Martin Lawrence.
Yes, and Brendan.
Martin Lawrence.
7. No, excuse me. 6 as we get to question 7. Horror/thriller. What is the name of the 2019 movie in which Kaya Scodelario must fend off alligators?
I'm gonna.
Yeah,
mention
the
one and
actress's
two kids.
name.
One has alligators. One has poisonous snakes.
Good
What are you
movie.
going into?
Alligators.
It's fun.
I'm terrified of snakes. I think I'm going snakes.
How many? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down, and the kid.
Crawl.
Crawl.
Yes, Adam.
Crawl.
7-7. Tie game as we get to the final question. Potentially, if they both get it right, we're going to get a bonus for both of them. We'll see what happens here with question number 8, Mark.
And that question is in the world of animated movies, drawn by hand, computer, stop motion, claymation, what have you. Here's your question for a point. Which actor who portrayed Batman provided the voice of Moses in the 1998 animated film The Prince of Egypt?
It's a good
Pretty
question,
broad range right
but
there.
here's the thing.
Some Batman, some Bible.
I object that.
We're going to find out. They
Why
both
would you
hit it
put
here
who
in
portrayed
5,
Batman?
4,
I don't understand that
3,
one, but okay.
2, 1. Pens down.
Val
for the
Kilmer.
perfect. Excuse me, Adam for the perfect round.
Val Kilmer.
Yes, and Brendan for the perfect.
Val Kilmer.
All right, so 8-8.
I
Now
would
they're
have
both
just written
looking to
who,
get
who
9
lent the
here
voice of
with this bonus
who
question.
lent his
so you're
voice
both the same as you
for
have in
Moses
the previous page.
in the
You're
Prince
gonna
of
write it
Egypt.
down. You're going to reveal it. Here is the question. Are you both
Well,
ready?
this is the first
Brendan.
time I got
Yes,
something
indeed.
wrong
And Adam.
on round one.
Yes. All right, here we go. Who plays Marion Crane in Alfred Hitchcock's Psycho?
Ooh,
Well.
good one to end on. Like it a lot.
What we're about to find out here is we're going to get a 9-9 score. If they both hit it, or can someone strike first blood? We'll find out in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens
Janet
down,
Leigh.
please. And Brendan.
Janet Leigh.
And Adam.
Janet Leigh.
Both correct. Perfect game.
Nice round, Adam.
And we see ourselves now a
Freaking
9-9
taglines.
going into round number 2. All right, Mark, what do we got?
All right.
Round number 2 is the wheel round. The wheel of fate, doom, and ultimately justice will be dished out to each competitor. You get a spin at the wheel. Once you settle on a category, you're going to have 4 questions. These questions are asked to you and only you, at least initially. Here's the rub. The question's worth 2 points, but stealing's available. So if you miss it, your opponent can try to answer it. If you're not sure of the answer, just ask us multiple choice. We'll give you 4 options, one of which is the correct answer, we think. And at that point, the value of the question does go down to 1. So, Christian, I'll remind each competitor, if you spin and you don't like what wedge you landed on, as long as it's not called opponent's choice, you may go again. Have a mulligan, which is golf for do-over. So, the Coyote and Brendan going toe-to-toe here, Christian. It's tied up, and now someone's got a decision to make.
And we're going to decide because it is a tie game and Brendan Meyer is the higher-ranked competitor at the moment. We're going to remove Shannon and Mr. Collins here. All right, so we have Brendan Meyer and Coy. You got 60 seconds starting now.
All right, good start. I mean, you know how we usually like to do this. I mean, he's the kind of player, he could go perfect to put the pressure right back on me, but I'd rather know he did that, right? I'd rather know he did that than play tight, worrying, feeling like he's going to do that. So I like him to go first. That's
We talked all about the type of mentality we wanted to be going into this entire game. First of all, that first round, playing with heart and brain again, incredible work. I would have gotten 4 if I wasn't under lights. But round 2, we got to remember the mentality we want. So I agree, especially with this particular match, because of that conversation.
that we won't say here. We want to go second, but hold on to that while he's playing. Remember that when you go in.
You got it.
All right, we're going to remove Coy, we're going to remove Brendan, we're going to bring back Shannon, bring back Adam Collins. All right, Shannon, you got 60 seconds to talk to Adam, starting now.
Went exactly as we expected it to go. No surprises there. We're up first. I need you to take a breath. The battle is just begun. You like going first anyway, so let's get this out of the way. You've got the momentum going. You can sit there and get stale and iced over while you keep rolling this ball. So nothing more to say except let's do this.
All right, let's go. All right, so the wheel is up, and here we go.
Let's get a good spin, baby.
All right, me and Angela Bassett stand on that wheel always brings a song to my heart. Christian John Hughes, Festival Darlings.
Action adventure it is. 60 seconds to decide, starting now.
A little broad, but I know
It
you
is.
can do it.
Yeah, no, I can do it. It's broad like a lot of categories on this wheel, so I say we try it one more time to see if we can get something a little more narrow, but if we get action adventure, that'll be fine.
Totally agree. Let's go again.
All right, here's
Oh,
the
I see an
second
inner
spin
geekdom.
by the Coyote.
You guys are like my clapping stuff in.
And here is the final spin by Collins, and we're landing on
Angela Bassett.
Okay. Good
All
luck. Hey, save your repeats if you can, because I have a feeling we're going to go to the third round and you might need them there. You absolutely have to use it. You've got 2 of them. Go for it. But if you can muscle through this, or if you need to check down a multiple choice, don't feel bad about it.
and I gotta drop you out.
Bye.
Drop you out. All right, and now we will, excuse me for a second here as we bring back Brendan, and now there's Adam. Adam, you're going to have 4 questions in the realm of Bassett films, and here we go. First one. In what 2009 biographical film does Bassett play Boletta Wallace?
Notorious.
Multiple choice.
Is it A, Notorious, B, All Eyes on Me, C, Get On Up, D, Straight Outta Compton?
Notorious.
Yes, for 1 point. Question 2. What famous singer stars as the character Savannah Jackson opposite Angela Bassett in 1995's Waiting to Exhale?
Whitney
Whitney
Houston.
Houston.
Yes.
Yeah.
Question number 3. Angela Bassett plays Cuba Gooding Jr.'s mother in this 1991 crime drama.
Boys in the Hood.
Boys in the Hood.
Yes. And 4. Your last one. Here it is. Bassett's character, Lynn Jacobs, is director of which organization in Olympus Has Fallen?
The Secret Service.
The Secret Service.
For 2 more points. And we find ourselves here. He had to check down a multiple choice once, but still got the point. He finds himself up 16-9. All right, we're going to drop you out here, and we will bring back Coy for another 60 seconds.
Yeah, I had to think about that
Coy's
Waiting to Exhale
starting
question. I've seen it one time.
So this was effectively.
So I had to think about either it's Whitney Houston or Vanessa Williams. I think it was Whitney Houston.
Before actually facing it, so I think this is just as comfortable as us going first, if not more so, because now we've got a line in the sand.
I was surprised I knew all 4 of those Angela Bassett questions.
There's some
Maybe
things we
it
do
could be a
want. This
strength.
will
I
just
don't know.
help with deciding if we get something in the middle on the respin, on the first spin.
Yeah,
so
I like
so
her as an
I
actress.
feel like narrowing it
Very
down really
much.
helps, and I also feel like this is a good place for you to come from mentally going into the second round. So let's get after it.
Totally.
All right. Well, so now we're going to spin that wheel here. And here it is.
Nobody clapping on this side, Christian.
No.
No applause. All focus. And it looks like it's going to be sports.
Sport.
So,
All right.
This is quite the open category. It is one of the most broad, which has its merits. It certainly has perks, but that,
You know,
that
sports has been
Ale
hit a
plus
lot
our
lately.
Conversations doesn't lend me to think this is our one. What do you think?
I kind of do want to stay with it. It sucks because there is stuff on here that I could stay toe-to-toe with him. There's also stuff on here where it could really get out of. I think it could get out of hand if I spin it. And so I kind of think we have no choice but to keep this because it's in that middle range, you know.
There's only a couple I fear and a lot I feel great about. This one is right smack dab in the middle, so I guess this is a devil you know situation.
Yeah, look, I'd rather get to the third round than try to go big and wind up, we have no idea what I'm going to spend. So let's just keep.
Okay. Now, remember what we talked about yesterday on Twitter with this particular player as far as how we play the second round? I think that's really important, especially with this category. And we've got 3 JTEs, which is also part of that plan, so utilize.
I like that Coy uses all of his 60 seconds.
Sports. All right, so we're going to drop Coy out.
He's pretty good of using his time.
All right, so Brendan, remove you for a second. Bring back. All right. All right, Brendan, 4 questions in the realm of sports films. Mark?
Your first question, worth 2 points, unless you need multiple choice. Here we go. In the world of sports, you will find the first female ice skater to complete 2 triple axel jumps in competition in which film?
I, Tanya.
The Cutting Edge.
That is incorrect. I'm going to
shouldn't have gone
give you
for it.
the
All right.
wheel again, Coyote.
I,
Here's the
Tanya.
question. In the world of sports, you will find the first female ice skater to complete 2 triple axel jumps in competition in which film?
I, Tanya.
That's a huge 2-point
Oh,
steal.
wow.
Big
I didn't
2
think
point.
about it like that. Damn it.
All right, here's question number 2.
That's a tough one. That's so easy now that I think about it.
Your next sports question to you, Brendan, for 2 points. Who plays assistant general manager and assistant coach Craig Patrick in 2004's Miracle?
Noah Emmerich.
Noah Emmerich.
That is a deep cut, and it's correct for 2 points.
I like that movie a
There
lot.
you go. Question 3.
I rewatch that
Brendan
movie a
gets
lot.
the lead back to 7 that the Coyote enjoys. And Brendan, your penultimate question in the world of sports movies, here it is. Which actress plays supermodel Susie Miller that ends up marrying and divorcing James Hunt in the film Rush?
Olivia Wilde.
Olivia Wilde.
That's 2 more points, and the kid knows the sports.
All right, so final question for the kid here.
All right, Brendan, you get this right. You cut the lead to 3 going into round number 3. Here we go. Sports movies for 2 points. In the film Fighting with My Family, Zach and Saraya Knight meet what famous wrestler before a SmackDown event that gives them helpful advice?
Dwayne The Rock
The Rock.
Johnson.
He is known
Rock.
as The Rock.
Oh.
Christian, that's a big answer. An early steal from the Coyote.
Yeah, The
It's
Rock.
going to give him a lead going into round 3. It's a 3-point game as we
Very
go
good
into
movie.
round 3.
Underrated.
3-point game, 18-15, massive steal there as we find ourselves a 3-point lead by the Coyote going into round number 3. Mark, what are the rules?
3s are wild because we need 3 numbers from each
Boom.
competitor as we head into round number 3. The
Watch
round
this
that
one.
will determine the match unless we go to Sunbath overtime. You may not pick the same 3 numbers as your opponent. We give you the range from 1 to 20, so whatever feels lucky, that number is going to correspond to a unique category of movie.
I think this is the
Trivia
first that I knew
Schmoedown
all
know-how.
round 2
Your first
questions.
question's worth 2 points. Your
And
next
it's
one's worth
ironic
3
that I
points.
missed
Your
one
final one should make it
round
far
1
and I
question,
believe it will.
which is a
Is worth
freaking
5 of
tagline.
the biggest points of the tournament, points that could see you advance to take on Lightning, Liz Shannon Miller. So, Christian, because the Coyote, Adam Collins, enjoys a 3-point advantage, he's going to give us his 3 lucky numbers first. So, Mr. Coyote, from 1 to 20, what 3 numbers feel most fortunate?
7, 2, and 9.
7, 2, and 9 for the Coyote, and for the kid.
1, 10, and 4.
1, 10, and 4. All right, so Shannon, you got 60 seconds to talk to Adam starting now.
Congratulations, Coyote. This is your first time having to go to round 3 and answer questions. Lucky for you, you're really good at answering questions. So sit back, relax, let Brendan have all that nervous energy. He's pacing around. His heart rate is skyrocketing. I'm skyrocketing too. His heart rate is skyrocketing right now. Let him take that. Let him have that burden. You don't need that. All you got to do here is answer these 3 questions. If anything sounds funky to you, let me know. You got your JTEs. You got 2 of them left. Use them wisely. Let's have some fun here. Let's finish this out.
All right, so now, Coy, 60 seconds starting now.
All right, man. No one has pushed him this far, and we did. And remember, our word today was patience. So we are in a great position. He misses one of these. We are back right there. This is the same as round 1, man. I see your nervous energy, and I think it's you getting your head.
Except more
setting
difficult.
Your right answers in that last round. That's all gone. That's all. This. We're going into round 3. None of that matters anymore. Think about round 3. Think about patience. How are you feeling now?
I feel okay. I should have gone multiple choice. I haven't seen the cutting edge. It just felt right to me, and so that's a mistake. It's something I don't like to do. But at the same time, I think it probably would have been a multiple choice option. It's probably still a steal. So I probably still would have been down. So I just got to do my best and see what happens.
It was a 1 versus 2 point situation. That steal might have still happened. That doesn't matter. We're going into round 3 clean. We'll worry about that on backstage. We'll worry about that in other conversations. Right now, we're going into this calm, prepared with 3 JTEs and all the patience in the world.
Thanks, man.
All right, we're dropping both Coy and Shannon out here as we're going to begin round number 3. All right, here we go. Brendan, we start with you as you try to avoid the TKO here and get your 2-pointer. Here it is. This is category number 1. Category number 1. That's spy films. Who plays the sexy agent Vanessa Kensington in Austin Powers' International Man of Mystery?
Heather Graham.
Elizabeth Hurley.
Or Elizabeth Hurley. Oh, it's Elizabeth Hurley, yeah.
And now,
Elizabeth
in order
Hurley.
to bounce it back to Adam Collins, you need to hit your 3-pointer.
See, I would have
Your 3-pointer
actually saved myself with
was
Elizabeth
number
Hurley.
10. And
I really
that
do
is
not like
in
those
the
movies.
realm of Tom Cruise films.
So.
Tom Cruise films. All right. What Tom Cruise film also stars Kenneth Branagh, Bill Nye, Tom Wilkinson, and Terrence Stamp?
Valkyrie.
Valkyrie.
For 3 points. All right. Brendan Meyer tosses it back to Adam Collins, who will now start to answer some questions here, Mark, as Brendan has avoided the TKO.
That's right, Christian. The Coyote can tie it here with his 2-point answer, if it's correct, of course. Adam selected number 7 for his 2-point question, and that corresponds to the world of comic book movies. Movies about the talking picture books. And here we go to tie Brendan Meyer's lead. What is the name of the photojournalist that Bruce Wayne falls for in 1989's Batman?
Vicki
Vale.
Needed both names. We got them both. We're tied at the top. Now, we are going to stay with Adam Collins here and give him the opportunity to hit his 3-pointer. And we now get to Adam Collins, who chose category 2, Mark.
He did just that, Christian. And category 2, for a 3-point lead, corresponds to the world of comedy. We don't laugh now because it's too serious. So comedies for 3 points, Adam. Your question. Robert De Niro plays a 70-year-old widower, Ben Whitaker, that is sick of retirement, gets a job working at an online fashion site in what film?
The Intern.
Dirty Grandpa.
That is incorrect. We were looking for The Intern.
The Intern. All right. So now we bounce to Brendan Meyer, who has to hit his 5. Either way, going to force Adam Collins to either, if he hits it, going to force him to try to get sudden death. All right. Not going to give Adam Collins
I think I better
a
get
chance
this ready.
to win the game. Well, we're
Just
gonna
in
find
case.
out here as Brendan Meyer chose category 4, and that is in the realm of the 2000s. The 2000s.
A lot of years.
All right, 2000s. Here you go. All right. For 5 points, 2000s. Brendan, who plays Emil Mondavarius, the owner of Spooky Island in 2002's Scooby-Doo?
Rowan Atkinson. Not a good movie. But I've seen it so many times that I got
5,
bored with it.
4, 3, 2.
Repeat the question.
All right, here you go. Who
Rowan
plays
Atkinson.
Emil Montevarius, the owner of Spooky Island in 2002's Scooby-Doo? Five, 4, 3, 2,
Repeat it.
1. It's Emil Montevarius, the owner of Spooky Island in 2002's Scooby-Doo.
Rowan Atkinson.
That's correct.
Oh, wow!
Nails the 5-pointer and really put the pressure on Adam Collins. What a crazy pull by Brendan Meyer, as now he forced the Coyote. If the Coyote hits it, we go to sudden death. If he misses, Brendan Meyer goes on to play with Shannon Miller. Mark, he chose category number 9.
He did just that, Christian, and the Yankee Clipper Joe DiMaggio's legendary number corresponds to the category of thriller.
Ooh.
And boy, do we have one here. So in the world of thriller movies, to tie Brendan Meyer and force sudden death overtime, Adam, your question. 5 points. What 2000s Stephen King adaptation is about a writer who is being stalked by a man accusing him of plagiarism?
Is that Secret Window? Yeah.
Secret Window.
Yeah.
Christian, you got some more time. Let's do sudden death.
Secret Window.
It's sudden death time, my friend, as we find ourselves.
Got all round 3, by the way.
Sudden death, and now we bring back.
I have to save
Shannon
myself again
and
with the
Coy,
Elizabeth
and we
Hurley
are
question.
in sudden death
Because I
in
despise
this match.
those movies.
They're both fighting out as we find ourselves tied up at 25-25. All right,
see.
so Mark,
So if
what
I
are the
had
rules
some-
of the speed round?
It's
Oh, I
the
would be tied
sudden
with them,
death
actually.
round. Christian.
Or,
All right, sudden death. Speed round.
actually, let me think about
The
it.
way that sudden death works, it's a lot like round number 1. It's, as a matter of fact, the exact same, except
Yeah, I would be
stakes
tied with them,
are on
so
the
I would
grill,
be
and they're much,
in the hunt, actually.
higher. Because we're going to ask a question to the field. As soon as you hear it, you have 15
Because I had
seconds to write
7,
down your best
I would
attempt
have
at an
8
answer.
either way,
Use whatever utensil you have,
and I would have
whatever
10
writing surface you
either
have,
way.
just
So
like
25.
we did in round 1 when we asked you by name to show what you wrote. Please reveal it to the camera the next time you verbalize your attempt into the microphone. Here's where it changes. If both competitors get the question right, you get a point. We move on to the next question. Both competitors miss it.
The heavy
Okay.
breathing from
No
Brendan.
points awarded. We move on to the next question. But if one competitor gets the question right and another misses, the correct answer or advances to face Lightning Liz Shannon Miller. Christian, it could not be more intense, more hot, and my armpits are showing that right now. It's sudden death between the kid and the coyote.
All right, so we are going to give you both 60 seconds here to talk to your 30 seconds to talk to your competitor, excuse me, starting with Coy to Brendan. Starting now.
Okay, this is the first round. You are perfect the first round. This whole season, the first round is your oyster. And that big steal didn't matter because at the end, it's ours again. We're back to neutral. This is fantastic. How are you? How's your head?
Look, I feel good. Look, I made one mistake in the match. Sometimes that literally costs you the match. I was very fortunate that it didn't. This could be anything. So let's see what happens. I feel good. I grabbed my board. I knew he was going to hit that 5 probably, so I'm ready.
And I know you're going to get all these. Be comfortable. You got this. Be patient. It's yours. 15 seconds is a long time. Embrace it.
All right, Shannon, 30 seconds.
Brendan Meyer's pissing his pants right now. There's absolutely no color left in his face. Adam, take your time. Breathe through it. Listen to those context clues if they're giving them to you. I'm not worried about you. Like I said, this is round 1, and guess what? You're perfect too. So this is exactly what I told you to be prepared for. You got some reserve in that tank. It's time to use it. I believe in you. Trust your gut.
All right, thank you, Shannon. Thank you, Coy. All right, we're going to remove you guys. All right, Brendan, are you ready?
Yup.
Adam, are you ready?
I am.
Here we go. Which superhero actor plays Justin Long's boyfriend in Zack and Miri Make a Porno? Both writing it down.
I hate to see either competitor take the loss at this point.
We're going to find out in a moment if anybody did, or we're going to be in for another question in 5,
Oh, crap. Wait,
3,
I think it ran out of ink.
1.
Yeah.
Brendan?
Brandon
Yeah,
Ralph.
it was Brandon Ralph.
And Adam Collins?
Brandon Ralph.
Brandon Ralph.
Game. Nick? All right,
Yeah,
Mark, so now we get
it's starting to run out of
our
ink.
second question.
So,
That's right, Christian. And that question, for a point and possibly a huge game-deciding point, is James DeMonaco directed the first 3 installments of what recent horror thriller franchise?
Right. Brendan, breathing heavy.
Sorry. I think I've earned it today.
You have 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down, and Adam Collins.
Purge.
Yeah.
And Brennan?
The Purge.
Yeah, that would have been game over for me.
Here we
Right there.
go. Next
Some
question.
reason.
And here it is. All right. What is the subtitle of the second National Treasure film?
Book of Secrets. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pen down, please. And Brennan
Book of Secrets.
and Adam.
Book of Secrets.
Tie game still. As we go back and forth, back and forth. A lot of heavy breathing here as we get to our next question here. Mark, are you ready?
We get deeper into our book of secrets to see if one competitor is going to emerge with the win. And your next query. In the film Born on the 4th of July, which actor plays the paraplegic Charlie who travels with Ron to a village after being kicked out of a bar?
Willem Dafoe.
5, 4.
Repeat the question.
All right, that's your only one?
Yep.
That's a good note, Christian. 1 JT rule in overtime. In Born on the 4th of July, which actor plays the paraplegic Charlie who travels with Ron to a village after being kicked out of a bar?
Oh, that's something.
Willem Dafoe.
Oh, it sucks. I cannot remember.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, pens down, and we start with Collins
Willem Dafoe.
Oh,
and Brennan.
I didn't have that. I have John.
Your winner! Adam Collins, we're gonna bring here. But oh my goodness, you had to earn that one there, the Coyote. 4-0 as he now finds himself against Liz Miller. The kid puts you to the limit. Shannon, let's talk to you here. Look, everybody said, well, can he prove it in, the third round? Not only did he prove it in the third round, he proved it in overtime. So how happy are you here with the Coyotes' performance?
I'm happy. How scared are all of you right now? It's a real question.
Fair enough. Coyote, look, man, this was something where you really had to be pushed. You had to stay.
Yeah.
And as Shannon said, listen to the context, stay in there. You did that, and let's talk about that Willem Dafoe pull. I mean, have you seen that movie well enough? Did you know it right away?
I obviously I was about to write Tom Cruise, just like Brendan was. But then when we heard the rest of the question, I thought back to that movie. I saw it for the first time 2 years ago, so it'd been a little bit. But I remembered Willem Dafoe because he always stands out, and I remembered he was a paraplegic. So. Yeah, I'm glad I knew that one. The Robert De Niro thing, I was mixing up my mediocre Robert De Niro movies, so that's on me.
Fair enough.
Shannon, you
Okay, let's stop. Great match. Great match. I mean, yeah, look, here's the thing. I was tied 25. Like I said, round 1, I only got the taglines question wrong. Round 2, perfect. Round 3, perfect. I mean, and then, yeah, the Purge one would get me in the end. But honestly, I didn't know the Willem Dafoe question. I do like it, and it does stand out to me because they're in Mexico, and then I pictured them arguing in the desert. They're fighting with each other with their chairs. So yeah, that's how I knew it. Yeah, the Purge. I don't rewatch them, to be honest. So okay, so that was fun. Congratulations to Adam Collins, by the way. Fantastic. You can find me on Instagram and Twitter at JohnCaro4. And also you can find me on my Instagram and Letterboxd account at Cinecaro, CINE_CARO, Cinecaro. And yeah, this is great. This is one of the best matches of the year, in my opinion. So that's it. again, congratulations to Adam and Shannon. All right, then. Bye.